今日の曜日、土曜日. Today is November 9th, 2024. Here in Pacifica, California, 12 miles south of San Francisco, I am on the floor, sitting sideways. Just got back from Ginji, and oh boy, the problem with having like aquariums on the freaking bottom floor, like we are, is that it's really hard to film. So, just a quick update, MedakaMetal style. These were like the random. So I turned off all the heaters and to prevent them from laying any more eggs. I just wanted them to rest. When you keep the heat high, like high as in like 78, 25, 26 degrees centigrade, Celsius. Let me just take a real quick. So, by the way, the best beer of the day is the one that I'm having because of you, Fireharp Son, N8 Son, Nico's Fish Son, Mr. Andy Yeo Son, Lauren Marshall Son, and Nicolas. For some reason, I like mentioning Nicolas. Yeah. It just sounds good. So, oh boy. All right. So what I had a few juveniles floating in these this one right here, this black one. And these are, I gotta get more when I go back to Japan this time. They just simply float, and they're these small containers. So what I did was I removed the juveniles from here into random other tanks, and then whatever that was left in these black containers are these babies over here. They just like, some eggs are dropped and they just started to grow. So this tank over here is a Aquarion 10-gallon tank, and this is the only tank that I have heated. I actually have a heater in there. I put this mesh here because in the heater there are like small slits, and I have found in the past where some of the juveniles were like trapped in there and they just basically baked and died, baked to death basically. So to prevent that, I have the heater in. It's actually a aquarium co-op heater. It has a lot of vents, but the problem is they get into the vents, and some of them, they are so clumsy that they are unable to come out, and they sadly pass. So that's like the net that I put over here. This tank over here is currently like 78, 26 degrees Celsius, and there's little buddies slowly but surely growing. And I don't know if this camera is going to focus for me, but I just love seeing life and just them like developing, and so for lunch today I was at my buddy's place, Ginji, Izakaya Ginji in San Mateo, and I take a lot of guitars over there, and he has a band, and we just go back and forth. But this one over here, these were the rejects of the Gen 1 Redcliffs. Rejects for various purposes when they're growing up. I didn't like the shape of the head. I didn't like the overall conformation. Little to do with the color, because I think a lot of people, they just focus too much on the coloration. But that's almost like the last thing you want to focus on. You want to focus on the conformation, the body shape. And then once you find the ones that you love truly from the body conformation, you look for the pattern. I think a lot of people do it backwards. I think a lot of the ones that look okay over here, their gills were too short, like this one over here. The gill's too short. It's hard to capture from this, but when you look from the side, the gill's way too short. But again, you know, the body conformation comes before the color. Color is the last thing you're going to see. This little baby over here, for some reason, well, this one's a tough one, just because I know that one of them probably laid an egg, and it developed from a fry to this stage over here. But I'm sure it dodged bullets, meaning the parents will eat the little ones, but this one dodged around enough where this little baby is now juvenile, like developed to the point where like the adults are not going to bother them anymore. So that's what that little sucker is, a little boy. Oh boy, let me just take a real quick sip. All right, I didn't really have a topic today to talk about, but I did do water changes, not on these, but I did do the water changes on the top ones. Let me just get up. Oh. By the way, this one over here, so these are full grown. Right? These are the Gen or F2 metal riffs. So I keep them floating in here to separate them from the red cliffs. They're in the same black container. It's a tiny container, and as you can see, I have like there's 5 fully grown babies over here. They're no longer babies, I guess, but they grow well. And the whole thing is, they might be in this confined little area, but because they are floating in a 10-gallon, it's not like they're in a small container with little water source. They're in a small container, confined area, but the water flow, they're basically in a 10-gallon. And this was something that I really wanted to experiment with, because I did see a lot of Japanese breeders just keeping larger adults in a smaller section like this. I wanted to see if they were going to like grow, or are they not. So obviously the water quality is basically they have 10 gallons worth of water, right? Because there's water flowing in and out. But then they're in a confined area where they're not able to swim around completely. But I don't know, like these babies, man, they've been in here for about like 3 months already, in this, maybe even more, and they're growing. Actually, some of them, it's really hard to tell because of the light, but they actually look pretty dandy. I don't know. So I love these things. I'll try to bring back more from Japan. It's my first season playing with this, but it's really ideal when you have a lot of different type of lineages, and when you want to keep them in a container like this, but you want to separate them, because they do well even if they are confined. It's not ideal for them, but they're not doing bad at all per se. All right, so let me move up to the top. Again, my lids are just like DIY style Just lids from various things, as you can see. There's nothing fancy. Put some things back. All right, before I go upstairs, man. Oh boy. Real quick sip. This sip goes out to all you Medaka heads, Medaka head members out there. Fox Saki-san, Lindsay's Tank son, Nino Franklin's son, Rocky's Garage son, Jen Nolta son, Christian Aquino son. Let me just take about six quick sips. 6 quick sips. Oh boy. I'm planning to go to Winners tonight. I gotta see what's going to happen, but uno. Oh boy. Uno. Dos. Tres. These are the metal riffs, by the way. Uno, dos, tres, 4. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Saint, six. Domo arigato. Mr. Golden Arm son, Niels Hansen son, Mr. Ten son, Cameron Kilmer son, Icky's Aquatic son, Les DL son, and the newest member, Phil Cam son. Alright. We'll do another real quick one. These are the other babies over here. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow again. Out. MedakaMetal style.